Welcome to Tier 1 Jank. I am Marcus, and we're going to be doing a draft in Guilds of Ravnica here. We did one earlier tonight, but it didn't go so well, so we're going to try to do better. I'm not going to feel better until we do. Uh, Go ahead and jump in here. We're going to be buying in with gems. And let's see, our first rare is Risk Factor. There's also Invert Invent, Crackling Drake. I think the best thing here is going to be the Risk Factor, so we'll just go ahead and take that. There's a Sunholm Stalwart, Book Devourer. Um, Boros colors and draft seem pretty good. That might be where we want to end up. So I think we'll just go ahead and take the Sunholm Stalwart. Inspiring Unicorn, Swath Cutter Giant. I like how that deals 1 damage to each creature when it attacks, each creature your opponent controls. You might want that over the Unicorn. That is really going to stick us to Boros colors. We'll just roll with that. Those colors are making this Integrity Intervention look pretty good. Take a Book Devourer or a Healer's Hawk. Healer's Hawk really does well in the Boros colors, especially in draft. We might want that. I do like the Book Devourer, but it is a pretty high mana cost. I think we'll just take the Healer's Hawk. Now we have Enhanced Surveillance, Glowspore Shaman. I think the only thing in the Boros colors here would be the Torch Courier. I'll just go ahead and grab that. Candlelight Vigil. Now I was hoping I'd see this. If we can get this on our Healer's Hawk, it makes it a much better creature. There's a Bear with Upside. I think that's what we want here. Let's see here, we'll just take the Hammer Dropper. There's another well, that was the Book Devourer we saw earlier. I think we might go ahead and take that this time. There's also Barging Sergeant. Could be a nice surprise attack when it comes down with haste and swings in and mentors something else. But I think we're going to take this Book Devourer. Inspiring Unicorn still here. There's also some removal and Collar of the Culprit. The Unicorn might do more work for us though. I think we just take that. We're probably going to end up wanting to be an aggro deck here and just swinging in and giving everything +1/+1 seems pretty good. Let's see. I think we actually want the Shield Mate over the Guardian. Another Book Devourer. And we'll just take that. And we get the Torch Courier. Okay, there's a Niv Mizzet that is not in the colors we want. I'm going to check my collection real quick. I want to see what I have as far as nibs. I might just want that for my collection later. So I'm going to check on that. Okay, I do have 1 Niv. And we have some rare wild cards, so I'm not too concerned about just greed drafting that. If this was a paper draft, I'd probably just go ahead and take the Niv. But I think we want Lava Coil here. There's another Lava Coil. I think that's fine. Light of the Legion. I think we might want this to be our top end along with the Book Devourer. We might cut a copy of Book Devourer, just run one, and then run the Light of the Legions. Parhelion Patrol is also a good card for Boros in a draft. 2/3 Flying Vigilance Mentor. The light also has Mentor as a 5/5. I think we're going to go ahead and take that. See here, in our colors we have Take Heart or Torch Courier. I think we'll take the Take Heart. Here, there's a Boros Locket, where we have Sworn Companions. I'm going to take the Locket. We have a Garrison Sergeant or Ladev Guardian. I don't know that we're really going to be running many gates. I don't think that line of text is going to really do much for us. I mean, we might end up seeing a Boros Guild gate, but this has Convoke, so we could get it down a little bit cheaper, perhaps. I think we'll just go ahead and take that. Now, here is a Boros Guild gate. We also have a Loxodon Restorer. I think we just take the gate, though. Maybe if that the creature with the gate payoff comes back around, we'll take it. Skyline Scout, 10th District Guard. Oh, there's that Garrison Sergeant again. Still not sure if we want it though. We might just want to take the Skyline Scout and try to give it flying. 10th District Guard doesn't seem too bad either. We do have a couple flying creatures already. I think we'll just take the Scout. Definitely want this Healer's Hawk. I pretty much want all the Healer's Hawks that we're going to see. Street Riot seems pretty good. But I think I want a second copy of Vigil. I'd really like to get one of those on a Healer's Hawk. Oh. Yeah, we'll take the Sure Strike here. Another Torch Courier. Intrusive Pack Beast. Neither of these are going to matter. And we're on to our third pack. We get a Mausoleum Secret. Definitely not where we want to be with this deck. There's another Swath Cutter Giant. Looking at quite a few creatures on high mana costs. There's a Collar the Culprit and Parhelion Patrol. What do we have as far as removal? We have 2 copies of Lava Strike, and we have Integrity Intervention. Those are only going to do 3 and 4 points of damage, so maybe we want this Collar the Culprit. I do like the Parhelion Patrol as well, though. It would be able to swing in the air, Mentor or Healer's Hawk. I think we're just going to grab that. Here, we have Enhanced Surveillance, Discovery, Dispersal. I think we want this Luminous Bonds. Citywide Bust. All creatures with toughness 4 or greater. We do have a few that are toughness 4 or greater, but that might just save us if we have a bunch of low-cost creatures and we're just getting stopped by a couple big guys. There's also an inescapable blaze. I think that might actually be better. We'll go ahead and take that. Now here, what do we want? ETBs, we can tap down 2 creatures. Really have more high mana cost creatures than I would like at the moment. Maybe we'll just take the Minotaur. Hazda Marshal. Yeah, that seems fine. Here, I think we take the Recruit. There's another Collar the Culprit, or maybe the one we saw earlier. Maybe we want another Shield Mate. Did we grab that Collar the Culprit earlier? No. Hmm. Let's see here. I'm just checking on something on the stream here, just a second. Um, I think I might have to change a setting here. Sorry, just a second. Let's see. 2,500. Doesn't seem right. Alright, well, I'm going to try changing it to what it says here. Thought that was too high, but we'll see what our stream health says. We're still in the yellow. I'll check back on that in a minute. For now, I think we just go ahead and take the Collar of the Culprit. There's a Street Ride again. I think we actually want the Sure Strike. We'll take the Inspiring Unicorn. Barging Sergeant. And here we'll take the Recruit. I think we're kind of forced to take this Pack Beast. Take Sworn Companions. Left with that and that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and thin down our deck here. We'll start by taking out all the colors we're not using, including this green, black here. Some more green. We're just cutting down to red and white. This is a white as well as green that we can use for that, so that can stay in. That should leave us with just plains and mountains. Yep. Okay, so we're down to just red and white. We still need to cut quite a few cards. Don't think we need 3 copies of Torch Courier. We do have 3 other 1-drops, so I'm just going to go ahead and take those out. These are all 2-drops. Steward's definitely the best one. We also have a couple of fresh-faced recruits, so I think we'll drop these other ones. And we also have the Shield Mate as a 2-drop. Don't really like this Minotaur. I think we can lose that. Okay, it says our stream's healthy now, so I guess that setting worked out better. We'll just cut the locket for now. I think we really want to be in aggro deck. I don't know if we're gonna have time for that. We'll go down to 1 unicorn. Don't necessarily like the Guardian or Hammer Dropper. These we don't really want as our top end. We'll go down to 1 Book Devourer. The Swathcutter Giant would be good against tokens, but I think the other creatures that we have at 6 mana are probably going to work out better for us. So he does have Vigilance though. That's a tough call. So let's see, we have 1, 2, 3 at 6 mana. That might be okay. We could maybe cut some things somewhere else here. We'll go down to 1 copy of Sure Strike. And that just leaves us with 1 card we have to take out. What do we want that to be? I think maybe we go down to 1 recruit. Okay, that leaves us with 40. We're going to go ahead and try this. I think this will do a little bit better than the last draft that we brewed up. Hopefully I'm right. Go ahead and fix this. While the game's loading up. Queue. Okay, hop back over to the game here. And this looks okay to start off with. We're going first, so we'll go ahead and play our plains and Healer Hawk first turn. That's what I want to see first turn from this deck. Looks like our opponent is mulliganing, which should be good for us. Okay, so here we go. Come on, screen. There we go. Healer Hawk and pass. Looks like our opponent's on Boros as well. We did just draw our Candlelight Vigil, so hopefully we'll be able to put that on the Healer's Hawk. With our opponent playing Boros, there's a good chance that he's just going to burn the Hawk and we won't get a chance to do that. but we'll see. I know if I was facing down a hawk on the other side and I had something to get rid of it, I would definitely want to. But maybe we'll get lucky. Go ahead and swing in for one. See if he has something here. Okay, he has Righteous Blow, so there goes their hawk. Unfortunately, we don't have another creature until we hit 6 mana, at least right now. Okay, we got a Hostile Marshal, so we'll go ahead and play that. We should be able to Candlelight Vigil that next turn if the opponent doesn't kill it. Let's just do make a token when we attack with 3. Yeah. Okay, opponent still hasn't played anything except for the Righteous Blow. Oh, there's a Tajik. Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and take the 3, and then we'll just Lava Coil Tajik next turn. We do also have Parhelion Patrol here, but I think we're probably going to want to get rid of Tajik. So we can attack first, and then we'll Lava Coil on Tajik. And pass it back. Okay, now here I think we just want to play the Parhelion Patrol on our second main. Make the most use of our mana. Next turn we'll be able to mentor the Marshal. Oh, opponent is playing Jeskai, looks like. And he has Luminous Bonds, that's going to go on Control. So we could Candlelight Vigil our Marshal, but I think that would be better used on the Stalwart. So we'll go ahead and play that second main. Opponent hasn't really played anything to threaten us yet. Does seem to be hitting all of his land drops here. I'm assuming something big is going to be coming soon. Okay, so we will Candlelight Vigil on our Stalwart. We may have a counter or some type of removal to get rid of the Stalwart while this is on the stack. Okay, so he's going to cast Explosion at our Stalwart, draw himself a couple cards. Just going to get to attacking for 1 here. But while the opponent isn't really playing many threats, he is holding us back. Now that's going to have haste. It's going to come in for 4. Not much we can do about that. We did draw another Lava Coil though, so we're going to go ahead and use that on the Sergeant over there. We'll go ahead and swing in first. Looks like it's holding priority, so I'm not sure. Okay, he's going to kill that. Go to damage, even though there's none being done, and we'll Lava Coil the Sergeant here. Hopefully he doesn't have another big threat he can play next turn. And hopefully we'll draw another land so we can play one of these 6 drops we have. think probably the Light of the Legion, just 'cause it has flying. Okay, we did draw our land. It's possible he has counter spells, but we're just gonna, we don't have any choice but to play a spell here. Okay, resolve. You'd have to hit it with something pretty big to get rid of something with 5 toughness. He might have a Collar the Culprit or something like that. We're going to go ahead and go to combat, swing in with the light here, if he allows us to. Holding priority again. Come on, opponent. He has a lot of lands over there. I do really like this Expansion Explosion. It's a great card. I run a couple in my Grixis spells list. He was able to get rid of one of our creatures and draw a couple cards off of it. The expansion half is really good too, copying any instant or sorcery with a 4 mana cost or less. Not sure what our opponent's doing here. Okay, it looks like he let us go to combat, so we'll go ahead and do that. Go to damage. And now, do we want to play our Book Devourer here? I think so. Now, if we're able to get through and put a Sure Strike on something, we might be able to end the game here. Our Book Devourer does have Trample, so we're going to try to do that. And our opponent scoops. Okay, so 1-0. Already doing better than the last draft. And we'll go ahead and jump right into another game. That worked out okay. I like that. The best draft I've had in Guilds of Ravnica so far was in a Boros draft that I built in a paper form at our LGS. One night I went 3-0 with the Boros draft I did, so that was pretty good. I'm hoping that we can have some similar results here. That time I did get 3 or possibly 4 Sky. No, I believe it's Sky Knight Legion, the 3-drop 2/2 haste flyer. That did a lot of work in that deck. Okay, we don't have any red mana, but we do have 3 white spells in our hand. The Book Devourer only needs 1 red mana, and we're not going to be able to play it until we have 6 lands anyway. So we'll just go ahead and keep this. It's a Lava Coil, which we aren't able to play yet. Hopefully we'll draw a Mountain. Opponent's only played green so far. Forest so far, putting up green mana. Although that just made that forest able to make any color mana, so I'm assuming we're going to see some other colors here. We'll go ahead and swing in for 1. And we have a Generous Stray. That's going to cantrip and draw him a card. Okay, that's not a mountain, but it is red mana next turn. We're not going to swing into the Stray. He's got another one. Okay. He may attack with the first one, that's fine. Okay, so here we could play our unicorn, or we could put a candlelight vigil on the Hasta Marshal, which would give him +3, +2 in vigilance. I think that might be what we want to do here. And then we can go ahead and swing in while still holding up a blocker. This is such a great common for limited play, it really is. And our opponent realizes that and takes it out with a Crushing Canopy. We'll go ahead and take the 2 here. And we'll keep drawing planes. One more and we'll be able to play that Book Devourer. For now, we'll just go ahead and play the Unicorn. Get in there for 1. Now, next turn if we attack, our Unicorn's going to pump up both itself and the Hasta Marshal, making it a 2/2, which will take out one of the cats if he decides to block. Can, however, discard a creature card to give Erstwhile Trooper +2/+2. We may want to Lava Coil that, but I mean, he's going to have to get rid of a creature to be able to kill one of our creatures. I think that's okay. Then we just played the Book Devourer second main. I'm going to have to cough just. Okay, looks like he's blocking our Unicorn, which makes me assume he's going to discard a card, which he is. He got rid of a Bloodmark Painter. So he's going to be able to take out our Unicorn, but it did get rid of one of the creatures in his hand. And then he also pumped up his cat, so we're down both of our creatures. We'll go ahead and play the Book Devourer. Next turn, we'll probably end up using the Lava Coil, and then if we can get in with the Book Devourer, we'll discard our 2 lands and draw 2 fresh cards. He may have another creature he can discard, which would pump his Trooper up to 4/4 again, and then he'd be able to block with that and a Stray to try to kill our Book Devourer. However, we did just draw a Take Heart, which will pump it up. We're also going to go ahead and use that Lava Coil that I was talking about to get rid of this Trooper now, so he won't be able to do that. Oh, wow. Okay. So he's going to pump it up. Now, I think we still want to attack in with the Book Devourer, though. So we're going to go ahead and do that. He's going to block because he thinks he's able to kill our Book Devourer, but we have a little bit of pump of our own. So we're going to kill his Trooper and trample over for some damage. Discard our planes and draw 2 more cards. Okay, now I'm not going to play this mountain because I want to discard that next turn to Book Devourer, but we will play the Sworn Companions. Okay, we have Vicious Rumors, which made us discard our card in our hand, then it put Inescapable Blaze with the top of our deck into the graveyard, which would have liked to have that. That would have been very helpful right now, but we'll just go ahead and attack with the Book Devourer. Unless he wants to block with both of his strays, we're going to get through and be able to discard and draw again. Okay, I guess not. We'll just go ahead and pass. I'm going to hang on to that Plains and hopefully trade that in for a new card next turn. Alright, so same plan as before. We'll just go ahead and attack with the Book Devourer. He will discard our 2 lands, get 2 new cards, and we'll go ahead and play our Healer Hawk now. We'll wait till next turn to see if we have a better target for this Luminous Bonds. Okay, there's a Pilfering Imp. Now the question is, do I want to use the Luminous Bonds or just trade it in for a new card? I don't think it's really going to help us too much to stop one of these creatures. So we'll just see what else we can get out of that. And we could just, you know what, I think I'm just going to decline this time. And if he plays something big, we'll hold the Luminous Bonds to use on that. As it is right now, we have him dead on board. He'll only be able to stop or he scoops. So 2-0 so far, that's pretty good. We'll jump right into the next game. I said earlier I was going to go 6-0 on the next draft, so we'll see if I can live up to my words. We did so badly earlier, it felt horrible. There was, I think, 2 games where we just missed so many land drops. There was one game where it was like turn 10 or 11, and started off with a 2 land hand, only drew 1 that entire time, so we had 3 mana, our opponent had like 11. It was ridiculous. But it's going a little bit better on this one, so I'm happy with that. Hopefully our luck will continue here. Again, we don't have any red mana, but we do have plays turn 1 and turn 2, so I think I'm going to go ahead and keep this. Our opponent has a Healer's Hawk as well. And we'll go ahead and match that with our own. If he attacks, I'm not going to block because I want to be able to use this Integrity possibly on the Healer's Hawk and get rid of his. And we can't do that this turn, so we'll just go ahead and let the 1 push through. Next turn we're planning on playing our Stalwart, so I'll probably just go ahead and attack with the Hawk if he doesn't kill it now. Okay, we got another Healer's Hawk. That seems fine. We'll go ahead and swing in with the Hawk that we have now. And then play our Stalwart. Next turn, if he lives through this turn, we'll be able to mentor our Healer's Hawk, put a +1/+1 counter on it. He does have a Bounty Agent over here that can sacrifice to kill a legendary permanent. I don't think we really have too many legendary permanents. Okay, he took out our Stalwart with the Lava Coil. Okay, so we're just gonna play Healer's Hawk here on our second main. We'll go ahead and swing in for the 1. Play the Healer's Hawk, and now we do still have up to 1 mana. If we want, we can Integrity on our Healer's Hawk, block his Healer's Hawk, and take it out and live through that, hopefully. He may have something like a Candlelight Vigil of his own here. That really would not be what I want to see right now. Be swinging in for 4 in the area with Vigilance with the Healer's Hawk. Okay, he has a Sky Knight Legionnaire. This gives +2/+2, right? Okay, so we might want to just take out the Legionnaire rather than the Healer's Hawk. If he attacks with both, which I'm assuming he will. Okay, so we'll go to blocks. We will block the Legionnaire with our Hawk, then cast Integrity on our Hawk, making this 3. We'll gain 3 life off of that. Okay, now we could really use some lands deck, but for now we'll just swing in. At least the life link is preventing us from getting too low on health here. If we continue to not draw lands, we're definitely going to lose this game. Next turn, he'll be able to swing with all 3 creatures and make a token. Okay, we did get a 3rd land, but we're not going to be able to play anything with that this turn. So we'll just do what we can for now. Even if we draw another land next turn, this Culprit doesn't have a target right now. Okay, now we got Hazda Marshall of our own. But our opponent is definitely up on the board state here. I do not think we're winning this one. Okay, we'll go ahead and swing, which will make a token for us. I'll most likely block the Marshal with the Bounty Agent. Okay, I guess he's not going to. So we'll just play Take Heart on one of our Healer's Hawks to gain us a little bit more life. We'll also gain more life for the attacking creatures off the Take Heart. So that bought us a little bit of time, but not much. Oh, Deafening Clarion. He's just going to give all his creatures a lifelink. We'll block the biggest one here, which will be the Unicorn. And then we're going to take a lot of damage. We are at 2. Okay, so we're just dead here. We'll tell our opponent good game. Maybe. There we go. And we'll just concede this one. I don't really blame the deck for that one. We just didn't draw lands. There's not really much we can do about that. We got Boros there. So we're 2-1 right now. The draft goes up to 3 losses, so we can get 1 more loss, still be in the draft, but once we hit that 3rd loss, we're going to be out. Just go ahead and jump into another game here. Cyber. It looks like this opponent is beginner on limited, so he may not have drafted before. At least on Arena, that doesn't mean that he doesn't know how to draft or he doesn't have a good deck. This is not what we want to see with only the one planes. I'm going to mulligan. Okay, at least we have one of each of our mana here, so we'll keep this one. That seems fine. We want more mana, and that will give us both our colors. So we go ahead and play the plane so we can play our one drop. Next turn, provided we don't draw a 2-drop, we'll play our Boros Guildgate since that comes untapped. Okay, we did not draw a 2-drop, so we'll just go ahead and play that. Swing in for the one with the Marshal. Looks like Boros is popular tonight. I think our first opponent was Just Guy, but he had a lot of red and white cards. And Sky Knight Legionnaire. Okay, and he swings with that. We'll take 2. Now I think we just go ahead and put the Luminous Bonds on the Legionnaire. Go ahead and make use of our mana here. We'll swing in with the Marshal. If he does play something bigger, we still have the Collar of the Culprit. Opponent says nice to that. Just say hello. See what he has here for turn 4. Okay, he's got a Boros Locket. Okay, it'd be nice if we drew that 4th land. However, we did not, so we'll just swing in for 1. And then we'll risk factor on our opponent's end step. Rampaging Monument. Okay, so end step, we're going to go ahead and play Risk Factor. It's most likely going to take the damage. I don't think he wants us drawing 3 cards. He's still at 17. Alright, now we did draw our 4th land. Now let's see, whenever he plays a multicolor spell, he's going to put a +1/+1. Once that happens, it's going to be at 4 toughness, and we'll be able to use our Collar of the Culprit. However, it's not right now. If we used our Candlelight Vigil on the Marshal, it would put it up to 4 power, which would be able to take it out. But I think what we want to do this turn is play the Parkelion Patrol. And then we'll just pass. And we'll see what he has for us this turn. Okay, so he's going to attack with the Monument. I think we just take the damage here. I think he's probably going to have something to play. Second main, but no, again, I guess not. So now, I think what we want to do is Candlelight Vigil our Parkelion Patrol, making it a 5/5 Flying Vigilance Mentor. Okay, he has his own Collar of the Culprit, so he's going to use that. We'll just go ahead and swing in with the Marshal. I don't want to block the Monument next turn, especially since it has Trample. We'd only save ourselves 1 point of damage. Okay, he's going to Righteous Blow that. And he has a Candlelight Vigil of his own. So we'll be taking 6. but that did put the monument up over 4 toughness, so we will be able to use Collar the Culprit on that. And we'll go ahead and do that probably on his attack, since it is instant speed. So that counts as a multicolor spell even though it's green or white. Assuming he's going to attack you with the monument here. Okay, of course he's going to draw himself some cards. And we'll go ahead and take out this monument now. I wonder why his text box is going underneath his cards. I think usually it comes up over them. But okay, so we can play Recruit and Risk Factor on our opponent's instead. Seems like that's what we're going to do. If he wants to swing in with the Shield Mate here, we'll probably just go ahead and trade. Actually, we can play Take Heart and allow our Recruit to live through that. Won't get to play Risk Factor that way, but okay, he's got another Candlelight Vigil. I told you this was a good card in Limited, and it is. Okay, putting the Take Heart on our Recruit is going to put it up to 4 power, which will allow us to block down the Shield Mate since it does not have First Strike. So that's the plan now. I think that's a better trade for us, getting rid of that Candlelight Vigil and his Shield Mate for just Take Heart. And we'll see if he has something to play. Nope. Okay, so here we just play the Companions. Opponent has all kinds of mana over here. And a True Fire Captain, which has Mentor, and whenever it's dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target player. So if we were forced to take it out with something like a Lava Coil, it's going to end up doing as much damage to us as we do to it. I think since we can't play either one of these cards in our hand, we'll just go ahead and Risk Factor now. We'll get rid of the Book Devourer. I doubt he's actually going to let us draw cards, but just in case he does, I'd like to do that on our turn. Okay, he's not going to. And we're not going to attack into that True Fire Captain. Now, if we draw another land, I was going to say we'd be able to block down the True Fire Captain with the Swath Cutter Giant, but he just made that larger as well. Our opponent's got all kind of pump-up spells in this deck. For now, okay, he also thought I gave him Menace. Oh no, it can't block, okay. So we really don't want to take 6. I think we're just going to go ahead and block. It's going to do a 1 point of damage to us, but we also have lifelink, so we're staying at 9 here. He also has a Rock Charger, which if you're familiar with Pegasus Courser, it's the same thing. All we have to play here is our Shield Mate, so we'll do that. Say no attacks. And he's going to put Luminous Bonds on our Shield Mate. And the rock charger is going to give his captain flying, so we're going to end up taking 7 damage here. Oh, 8 damage, I forgot about that. Leaving us at 1 life. Okay, we did draw our land finally, but it is too late. Our opponent has us dead on board here. We're just going to do that. Good game. And then we will concede. Okay, so we're 2-2. We didn't get what we needed there until it's too late. But our opponent also had a good deck. It was pretty much a mirror match there. So he had 2 Candlelight Vigils, same as we did. The Hogs, we don't have that True Fire Captain, but pretty similar decks. We'll go ahead and jump into another game. This might be our last one. If we take another loss, we're out. But we did get a couple wins at least. Miss Modular. Hopefully we'll get a decent hand this time at least. Well, we don't have anything in the first couple turns, but this seems keepable. We'll just mount here. What do you bet there's a planes that comes down? Nope. Looks like we got is it. Alright, we did draw 2 drops, so we'll go ahead and play our recruit. He has a lead guild mage over here, which can either draw him a card for 4 mana when he taps it, or he's able to copy his instant and sorcery spells. He has to pay X and a red for that, X being the spell's converted mana cost. Okay, we do have Sworn Companions here for 3 mana, so I think we want to hold off on playing our Guild Gate. We'll go ahead and attack with the Fresh-Faced Recruit. I doubt he'll want to block here. He won't even be able to trade since it has first strike on our turn. And then we will play planes and throw out our companions here. Our opponent's just passing. Okay, we do have Intervention for 4 mana and also Candlelight Vigil, so we'll still hold off on playing that Guild Gate. I think we'll just go ahead and play a Mountain, and if we put the Candlelight Vigil on our Fresh-Faced Recruit, it'll be a 5/3 Vigilance first strike on our turn, but we also have the option of putting it on one of our lifelinkers. I think that's probably what we want to do here. I want to put as much of a difference in life totals as we can between us and the opponent right now. He might, I mean, if he was lucky enough to draft one, he might have an Ionize or something. Looks like no. So we'll go ahead and attack. We'll leave back our 1/1. He may want to block this soldier just so he doesn't have to take 4, but I guess not. Okay, our opponent scoops. Must not have drawn the land that he needed or anything else he needed there. So we get to play another game. We are 3-2 right now, which I believe earns us 300 gems if we end there. There's a little bit of reward for our daily quest or our daily wins. Yeah, 300 gems at 3 wins. If we do make it up to another win, it'll bump us up an extra 150 gems and we'll get 450. So hopefully we can do that. You might notice that our name down here is Decoy Phoenix. This is my secondary account. We do have a tier 1 jank account as the main account. But we used our gems on that one earlier to draft, so we're going to go ahead and use this account for this one. Okay, this looks fine. Well, we don't have any creatures here. We do have removal though, and we should draw into creatures, so I'm just going to keep this. I would really like some low drop creatures in our starting hand, but I'm not going to mulligan that and just get something completely unplayable. Okay, we have a Healer's Hawk here. Guessing we're probably facing down another Boros deck. I'm kind of tempted to just Lava Coil that Healer's Hawk now, but seems like kind of a waste, so we'll just play the Marshal. Yep, Boros. Okay, and he has a Shield Mate. I think that'll probably be what we end up using the Lava Coil on here. Next turn, we'll have the mana to use Candlelight Vigil. Hopefully start getting in with a higher power creature and maybe putting a stop to him, keeping his life total and lifelink. Now if he swings in, if he pumps up the Banneret and swings in with both, he'll be able to mentor that Healer's Hawk, which isn't what we want to see, but we don't really have a way to stop that from happening right now. So we'll just put the Vigil on our Marshal. He may have some instant speed removal to get rid of it. It's not. And we'll go ahead and swing in. I doubt he's gonna. Okay. I guess he wants to trade. I think I might have taken 4 and then attacked in and put a +1/+1 on the Healer's Hawk, but he might have something he wants to play this turn instead. Or not. Okay, now we're drawing more lands than we need. We can't use the Collar of the Culprit on the Healer's Hawk. So we're just gonna end up seeing a 2-point life swing every turn he attacks in with that until we can do something about it. He's got an ornery goblin. And we're drawing more land we don't need. I'm going to play one more land. We'll stop at 6 lands. That way, if we play our Book Devourer, we'll be able to, or if we draw our Book Devourer and we're able to hit with it, maybe we can get rid of some of these lands we don't need. We're going to take 3 here. This might be our last game. And that's Party Ram Patrol. Another land we didn't need. Okay. There's not much we can do about that. Either no lands or all lands, it seems we're getting. Can't just find a happy medium. Okay, he's gonna pump the healers off. We're gonna take 6 here. Go 7. And if he's got any other creatures or a pump spell, we're probably gonna beat that next turn. Okay, well that's something we can play at least. It will be able to block down any of these creatures, but if he swings in with everybody, he is going to get 4 points through, which will put us down to 3. Still not looking very good here. Okay, so that's the thing. He's going to put another +1/+1 on his Healer's Hawk, and we're going to take 5, go to 2. We'll block the patrol here. Okay, looks like we're just dead. Okay, why didn't you play the Sure Strike on your Healer's Hawk and just kill it? He could have killed us there. I don't understand that. I mean, he's just going to take 8 damage here and still be over his starting total. So, looks like that's our draft for the night. I'm just going to go ahead and concede here. Did a little bit better than last time, though. We did get our 3 wins, so we went 3 and 3. The ones we did lose, I feel like it was mostly mana issues as well. We didn't, um, we just weren't able to play the spells that we had, or we drew too many lands in this case. So I mean, there's not really too much you can do about that. It just happens sometimes. I'm not gonna fault the deck for that. I don't really think it was misplays really. Just the way it ended up. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and claim our prize. We got 300 gems and a Guilds of Ravnica pack. We'll go ahead and open that now. I think the next stream that we do, I might do a constructed event or something like that. I do have a couple decks put together on here that we'd be able to play. So I hope you'll join us next time for that. Looks like we got a Spy Bug, Beam Splitter, and a Dream Eater, which I believe we got another one of yesterday. So there's a couple Dream Eaters for us. No, there we go. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed the draft. If you did like it, I hope you'll like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and join us next time. Like I said, we'll probably be doing constructed. Maybe I'll run my Grixis deck. We have a couple other decks. I have on the main account we have quite a few decks put together. So if there's anything that you guys would like to see played, let me know in the comments. I'll do my best to put it together. We do have a lot of cards on here. We don't have every card, but we do have wild cards as well. So we could either put together a deck close to what you're looking at, or possibly even the entire thing if we have the right cards and wild cards. So let me know what you want to see. And thanks for stopping by. We'll catch you later.